Everything is awesome when John Cena doesn't show up on Raw. Everything is awesome. Welcome to a special edition of KocoSports. I abuse that word, special edition. I should stop saying that. I am the huge one, Dave Koco from KocoSports.com or KocoSports.net. This is where the world comes to cash, home for combat sports, and above all, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. And as always, we ask you down in the comments, what did you think of tonight's Monday Night Raw? Win, loss, or tie? And I would need to apologize to Friend Yelly because I didn't send him a podcast. I'm a jerk. There you go, Friend Yelly. There's the podcast. All right, so yeah, I'm going to be going solo tonight, so I expect a lot of comments. Well, I'm hoping for a lot of comments. I'm begging for a lot of comments. Don't beg on the internet. Okay. But yeah, if you could be a part of the show, that'd be great. You can do it in YouTube, Facebooks, and Twitter at KocoSports, and we'll try to hit up all of it. Also at Google Plus, but I've lost my sex appeal in Google Plus. I'm usually a Negative Nelly. I don't think might get kicked out of the Negative Nelly fan club. I really might. I thought this was a huge win. Like I worked all night, and that's why I'm stuttering. I worked all night. I'm working on like 5 different projects at night. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do? I'm not going to get any sleep. So the alarm went off. I was like, oh, Monday Night Raw. And I just no sleep whatsoever. You know, I'm like, okay, well, alarm's going off. I'm already up. Let me turn on Monday Night Raw. By the way, I live in Tokyo, so it may, that's why I got to wake up or stop the alarm. I was already up. But I was dead tired. I was like, no, man. I got so many projects going at once. Real life is getting away from Monday Night Raw. Oh, my God, this is going to be painful. And Monday Night Raw entertained me. It woke me up. It never does that. It never, ever. I mean, I know I'm a Negative Nelly, but, dude, you got to give Barry Horowitz's When It's Time. And I enjoyed it. Was it a perfect show? No. But the fact that it was such a good show was shocking. It was appalling. I don't know. It feels weird. I watched the 3-hour Monday Night Raw, and it brought joy to my heart. My heart grew 10 times too big. I am a pro wrestling Grinch. I'm like, G1, Lucha Underground this, Lucha Underground G1 this, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, man, I wish the Monday Night Raw could be good for sports entertainment fans and pro wrestling fans. And I think tonight it delivered. I don't know what the fuck happened. Okay, I have a couple ideas, but I was dead tired. I was pissed, all pissy and shiznit. And no, I was entertained by Monday Night Raw. And for some positive podcasters that are like, WWE, that's a pile of dog shit on fire. But you know what? I'm smart, and I know the business, and dog shit on fire means that fucking the ratings go up and stocks and blah, 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 blah. Now, fuck that show. Listen, it was fucking good. Normally, I always say, I watch or we watch, so you don't have to. No, you might have to actually watch Monday Night Raw. It was fucking good. It fucking mind-blowing good. Like, was it perfect? No, I assure you, and I might be overhyping it. But let me tell you, I don't remember the last time I fucking had a smile on my face, I felt joy in my fucking heart, and I didn't want to fucking kill myself. So you know what? Something that I'm passionate and love didn't make me want to kill myself. I give it a fucking huge win. Maybe biggest win of the year. I needed this. I really fucking needed this. I mean, I've been watching the G1, been watching Lucha Underground, and, reviewing Monday Night Raws going, oh my fucking God, fucking people like this bullshit. What the fuck am I going to do with my life? No. They fucking hit a home run. I'm sorry if I lose street cred in the Negative Nelly gang, but I actually enjoyed it. Granted, there was no John Cena. That might have had that did have a huge factor in it, but you know what? I think it was more than that. I think it was more than no John Cena. I really do. And I did a short video of my thoughts on the Roddy Piper. Please go check it out. But WWE, they did a really classy thing tonight, and in memory of Roddy Piper, the video packages, the people wearing the Hot Rod shirts. It just was a sad / feel good thing. Very emotional night, and I'm just glad that they showed respect like this. And, if I have to do one negative nitpick here, is that I wish they did stuff like this for the legends before they passed away. I know that's not the thing, but wouldn't it be cool? Like, in Major League Baseball, they have appreciation nights. So, like, you go, and they do it in WWE, they just do it wrong. But, it would be cool, like a Bret Hart appreciation night, a Roddy Piper appreciation night, where they do stuff like this, where you learn about the legends and those in the past, where they don't have to pass away to get such coverage. Maybe like once a month, or maybe more. I mean, you have so many legends out there of pro wrestling. It's just, I wish they handled the legends a lot better. But tonight, a serious note, Roddy Piper. Thanks for the memories, and WWE, thank you for being classy, and hopefully, we can do this more often, and people can find out about the legends and stuff, because I know there's a real young audience, especially for the YouTube audience, is usually numbers-wise is a lot younger, and it's great that they can learn about the history and stuff and all that, but I know Stephanie, Vince, the McMahons, they care about money. You have the WWE Network. If you have an appreciation night where, you do something really classy, well, people might buy your network and start watching the older footage, because you're really lazy about updating that older footage and you're blaming the fans, which is bullshit. It's bullshit. But yeah, overall, I throw WWE under the bus when they're pieces of shit. I assure you. If you're new to the show, I throw them under the bus. I'm a negative Nelly, I assure you. But when they do something classy, you have to give them props for that. And I thought they handled it perfectly. There was times where sometimes a legend would pass away and they would forget the graphic. Sometimes they wouldn't even mention it. Sometimes you'd have like a Hall of Famer just get a graphic and that's it. So hopefully WWE learns from this and all that, but I know all they care about is money most of the time. This helps. There's probably young kids now that have a respect for Roddy Piper that maybe didn't have that respect before, and they're going to check out your network. So I just wish they did more stuff like this. We're getting some messages on Google+. I know I'm going head-to-head with WWE and Stone Cold Podcast, and it sucks because our audience gets chopped in half, and it probably even drop even more. Like, what? Stone Cold's on? Why am I listening to this badass? But I have a lot of real-life responsibilities, and this is like my scheduled time to be a nerd. So if I waited, I probably couldn't have as long of a show. So overall, huge win. We'll be getting to your comments. Yeah, so I really enjoyed the show. I did. If that makes me an asshole, so be it. All right, and next you have Seth Rollins comes out cutting a promo, wearing a new shirt. It's a spin-off John Cena. It says "Never Shut Up." I was like, Seth Rollins, I think you stole a T-shirt that would be more appropriate to me, for me. But yeah, I might have to actually buy this one. Rumor has it I talk a lot and never shut up. So it was pretty cool merch. Hopefully you sell a lot and you can stay on top. Cutting a really decent promo. I enjoyed the promo, and he cut a promo of like we're having an open challenge, but the rules are this: you can only be a certain height and you're only a certain weight. And I thought the line of the night that got me cracked up is he was like, "I don't make up the rules; I just follow them," or something along those lines. And I'm paraphrasing, but I thought he hit a home run with this promo. They thought it was going to be the Bull, El Torito, but for some reason it's Neville, and I'm okay with that. Even though, being negative Nelly over here, I think Neville will raise over 200 pounds. One of the rules was you have to be under 200 pounds. Now I'm fucking 5'11" fat, and he's, I don't know, I'm guessing 5'8". I don't know. Wikipedia, where are you on that one? But I'm pretty sure with all those muscles, he has to weigh over 200 pounds. That's all I'm saying. I'm calling shenanigans on Neville, but still, past that crazy nitpick, I enjoyed it. And then it leads to a Neville boop boop boop, a Neville Seth Rollins match. Sorry about that stutter there. And it was really enjoyable, fast paced, probably match of the night. And, even though it was match of the night and it was the first match, everything else was still enjoyable. They teased the Red Arrow finish and losing, rolling him into the ropes. I really enjoyed this match. I thought it was fast paced, and it's my style of pro wrestling. I know everyone has different styles of pro wrestling, but I want to see athletes do stuff that I can't do. I don't want to see bodybuilders fucking hug. All right? Yeah, okay, got it. But no, I really, really, really enjoyed this match. Seth Rollins does get the win, and maybe, and I'm watching the G1, and, it's one of those things where people, if you like in-ring action, people go Ring of Honor, Lucha Underground, AAA, CMLL, Dragon Gate. I think this match could have gone in any Fed. And you can't say that about a lot of WWE title matches. You can't say that about a lot of WWE main events, even though this was the opening match. I could see this holding its own in Japan. I could see this holding its own in Ring of Honor. So, and I have a dream as a pro wrestling fan. I believe that there's two types of people, and Wrestling Ranton did say something about this, but there's sports entertainment fans and pro wrestling fans, and it seems like there's a divide. We're like, oh, we're so smart, we know it's entertainment. You're fucking IWC. I like shiny lights, and then this guy's like, shut the fuck up, wrestling's awesome, it's fucking athletic, and then they fucking fight. Well, I have this dream where WWE has the money and the roster that they can satisfy both fans. And I believe in my heart of hearts, they did it tonight. I believe if you are the Pro Wrestling G1, Dragon Gate, Ring of Honor, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, even though I feel guilty, I don't watch Pro Wrestling Guerrilla as nowhere near as much as I should. But, if you're that fan, I think you can enjoy this Monday Night Raw. And if you're like, no way, can't see me, The Rock, Stone Cold, fucking sports entertainment and sparkles, and if you're that fan, I think you can also enjoy this. And I've been saying this for a long time. If anyone could pull off the perfect product to make everyone happy, it's WWE. So why don't they do it more often? Why? Why? Can you stop fucking hating your audience and put on a good product? I thought tonight was amazing, and I pray to Terry Funk that the ratings did amazing. Because Dunn is just back there, and if it's like 0.0001 below fucking what they did last week, they're like, see, we need to fucking push John Cena as Superman forever. Where are you, Vince? Here you go, Vince. That's I live in Japan. This is money. Where I live, this is money. I'll just throw it at you. There you go. It's yours. Have it. Go crazy. I just want to give you my fucking money. I do. If the fucking product is going to be good, I have no problem paying for your shit. None whatsoever. Just make the fucking product good. Now, granted, it's SummerSlam, you'll have a surprise finish. WrestleMania will be booked like shit, and you'll pull it out of your ass. And then you'll have one random pay-per-view that's absolutely awesome. But I believe you have the money and the in-ring talent where Monday Night Raw can be this good or better every week, and the pay-per-view still be amazing. And not only that, but at $9.99, even if the pay-per-views drop a little bit, which I would have paid for this Monday Night Raw, Vince. But no, it makes me so fucking angry about bad Monday Night Raws because I know they can pull out good Monday Night Raws. So Seth Rollins wins with just one fucking hell of a match. Absolutely awesome. Next, you have the primetime players. Now, different people have mixed opinions on the primetime players. Me personally, I love the primetime players. I think they're effing hilarious. Titus O'Neil. I love the primetime players. I love them from day one. I'm just like, no, these guys are fucking awesome. It sucks that their manager got fired. It sucks that they work for a racist company. It sucks for a lot of things, but I'm glad the primetime players are back. I enjoy them. They're fucking funny. Even though Darren Young isn't the best of talkers, his lines are perfect. Titus O'Neil works with him so well in covering up for him. They can poke fun at themselves. And some people don't like Titus O'Neil on commentary. I think it's a fucking breath of fresh air. Let fucking Titus O'Neil stay out there forever. I hope something good happens to the primetime players and Titus O'Neil, and they just keep going. But that's not the actual match. The actual match is Los Matadors and Lucha Dragons versus New Day and the Ascension. And it was an enjoyable tag match for WWE standards. And not only that, but the tag team division's really coming together. I love the Lucha Dragons. New Day is really taking a shitty gimmick, turning it heel, and running with it. I know some people absolutely hate it. You got Los Matadors who, yeah, they got a shitty gimmick, but the last couple months they've been respectful. And the Ascension, people forgot about them, and they're big and got makeup. I don't know. But the Ascension is there. But overall, I'm really excited. And not only that, but I'm hoping the Usos come back, even though I dropped the Uso from my fantasy wrestling team. But I hope they come back. And it's just, I grew up with, I've said this a million times, but I imagine there might be 3 or 4 new listeners. I grew up a WCW fan. I hated WWF. I grew up NWA, WCW. But I still watched WWF because, it was just, I was an obsessed wrestling fan. But I was not a WWF fan growing up at all. But I still respected and loved their tag team division back in the 80s. I mean, it was stacked, and they can do it now. And not only that, but they got 1 or 2 really, really good NXT teams. And, yeah, it could be really interesting. And I'm very happy and enjoying the tag team division. It's probably one of my things. And not only that, but for the longest time, I've just been begging WWE to have a great tag team division. I'm like, oh, please let there be a good tag team division. And they finally hit a home run with that. So I'm kind of happy about that. So there you go. Boom, boom, boom. All right. You normally during Diva time, we go to comments. But Divas have been turning into women's wrestlers. And I enjoyed this women's match a lot. Not only that, but it gave us something that gave us hope. It gave us something that made us believe, and it was the Bella Twins versus Charlotte and Becky Lynch. It was a pretty decent match. I still don't think the Bellas are on Charlotte or Becky Lynch's level, and I do think Nikki Bella is improving, but I just don't think she's the best women's wrestler on the roster at all. But with that said, besides Brie Bella, this was a pretty decent to good women's match, but the thing I popped for more is something I just been hoping for. And I know it's just a tag match, but you got to remember, she's John Cena with a vagina. Nikki Bella taps out to Charlotte's figure 8. It was just, you got a submission win. It was just a really enjoyable, good match. And you know what? If Nikki Bella has improved and she's the worst woman in the women's wrestling division, then think about the strides that women's division has made in WWE alone. I know Stephanie McMahon is trying to act like a feminist, but hey, let her pretend she's a feminist if it means fucking good matches. I enjoyed it, and this is the first time where the Divas division is holding their own and sometimes stealing the shows. I mean, for the longest time, it was a joke. It was a piss break. Who gives a shit? And it was rightfully so. Like, even legends in WWE and WWF really weren't as good as you remember them. I think a lot of people are like, oh, this woman from back in the day, she was amazing. And it's like, leave the memories alone. Leave the memories alone. But the women are really improving. And even I am a huge Nikki Bella hater. I'm not going to fucking lie. I'm not jumping on her bandwagon, but she has really improved tremendously. And Charlotte made Nikki Bella tap out, and I didn't think it was going to happen, so I popped and went crazy for it. All right, next. Before that, let's go to some live comments, and then we'll go to the Miz segment. All right, boom, boom, boom. At Joe O'Hare Comedy liked us and tweeted us. Much love. And check this out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a huge Tampa Bay Rays fan. The Tampa Bay Rays, the official Tampa Bay Rays, favored a tweet. You know what? I'm going to give myself a Barry Horowitz. I might be dead. I'm thinking Monday Night Raw was good. The Rays favored one of my tweets. I might be dead. I might have heard the alarm go off and just passed out and died. and now I am in wrestling heaven. You know, I haven't slept in 97 hours. Pinch. Monday Night Raw was good. Tampa Bay Rays are favoriting tweets. You know what? Today's a good goddamn day, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a good day. All right, moving on. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Franielli, thank you. And let's see. Okay, let's see. Thanks, Koco. This is from Andy Paps. Ric Flair night, DX night, Bret Hart night, Bruno Sammartino night, just to name a few. Yeah, it would be great. I agree. And not only that, but it would be so much better than the celebrities, and it would actually benefit you so much, even though I'm looking forward to the Arrow. Guilty pleasure. By the way, Raw was a win. Great show. First time I watched pro wrestling, I was 7 in 1999. Yes, Dave, you're old. I'm very fucking old. And I was a WCW guy also, but I enjoyed WWF first time I saw DDP wrestle. I fell in love with WCW. Yeah, DDP, you know, Bobby the Brain Heenan and other people think he's overrated, but one of my favorite DDP moments of all time, and I don't know, I think they dropped the storyline. WCW was really famous for dropping really good storylines. I don't know if they dropped it, but I remember the payoff. The payoff never happened or it wasn't memorable. But when Scott Steiner wanted to beat up Diamond Dallas Page, and Diamond Dallas Page would be around the arena and be like, I'm still standing, I marked out for that shit, dude. I did. I don't remember what the payoff was, if there wasn't a payoff or not. WCW had hard times. But there you go. All right, let's see what they say in the YouTube comments, shall we? Boom, 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 boom. Did I miss anything in Google Plus? Bullet Club Biggs, the verbal assassin, is going to watch us on Google Plus. Mr. Google himself. All right, and we got some spam comments. That's not spam. Stop it, Google. Stop it. You are being a naughty Google. Ah, son of a bitch. 14-3. 3 people just fucking. Oh man. Sometimes we're usually undefeated. We usually don't start getting thumbs down until we go to live comment time. Man, you sons of bitches starting early with the thumbs down. Oh, you're breaking my heart. That's what happens, you know? They're like, oh, be more positive. There's finally a good show, and then look what happens. Kevin Buchanan is the pedigree. Is Seth Rollins' new finisher now? Yeah, it's been it for a while. He actually hit it. We used to call it the shitty pedigree, but yeah, he's doing it, kind of doing it. LB Clash of Kings says, I'm kind of wrong. I watched South Park instead of Raw, so I can't give Raw a fair rating of the show. So instead, I'm going to predict the show, and Koco, tell me if I'm accurate. They started the show with a Rest in Peace tribute to Roddy Piper, then a 20-minute promo of Authority, Seth Rollins, and John Cena. No, it was just Seth Rollins. We got a random mid-card or tag team match. No, we had a really good match before that. Then commentary was plugging WWE Network and Twitter like every 5 to 10 minutes. No, they were always, I mean, they did cover the network a lot, but I don't think they messaged Twitter too much. It was mostly focused on Piper. Then we get a Divas match involving the NXT Divas outshining Team Bella and making Bellas look like garbage in comparison. That's pretty fair. Then we got some 10 to 20-minute promos in the ring or backstage. Well, but they were all good, trust me. The main event was involving either Cena or Seth Rollins or the Authority. Seth Rollins. So how many did I get right? I would say you probably got most of them right, but it was done really well. Rihanna Jackson says, I'm chewing bubblegum in honor of Roddy Piper. I just watched Pro Wrestling vs. Zombies, and I'm going to watch They Live. I love They Live. I did watch Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies, and I watched it with my wife, and she thought it was the dumbest fucking movie ever. I just remember, like, oh, it's a comedy. It's got pro wrestling, and it's horror. And she's like, oh, I don't know. I don't like horror. I don't like pro wrestling, and I don't like you. I'm like, I understand, honey, but let's give it a shot. No, she did not enjoy that movie at all. But They Live is really good. So yeah, definitely check it out. I enjoy They Live a lot. LB Clash of Kings. Did you hear about Kamala? How WWE making money off him? And Kamala said he only received 1 check from WWE worth 10 cents. Yeah, that sounds about right. No Cena. This was a miracle. Yeah, they just showed his busted nose in a video package, and that's it. What the fuck did Paul Heyman say at the end of his promo? LOL. We'll get to that. LB Clash of Kings. Why didn't WWE do a Rest in Peace tribute like this when Viscera died? Instead, they just got a picture of an episode of SmackDown. Yeah. WWE has really done that really bad. I thought they didn't do enough for Bam Bam Bigelow. There's so many. The list goes on and on and on. And hopefully they're learning from their mistakes. Yeah. I just, yeah, WWE has a bad track record of just treating athletes like garbage. I like Umaga didn't get, yeah, there's just so many. So many. And I know WWE doesn't want to show so many athletes dying because it's bad for their company image. But at the same time, at least respect them. And even respect them before they pass away. You know, I don't know. It's just I hate the way WWE holds grudges. I hate the way WWE, makes people work harder than other people. It's just I know like it's I don't want to be the next Dana White and say it's fake, but I know it's predetermined and a lot has to do with who kisses the most ass in the back. But I wish it was just done more fairly. I really do, and I wish people got to go into Hall of Fame quicker. It's just you really have to put you won the war. I mean, there's no one fucking left. Let's be completely honest. You won the fucking war. I mean, just look at KocoSports numbers. This will get 1,000 to 18,000 views. New Japan will get 100 views. It's just, dude, you won. Stop being a fucking dick about it. Come on. All right. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Joe O'Hare said WWE did right by Roddy Piper. I agree. So it was a win for me off the bat because of that. But then the show was actually good. Miz's speech got me really good. FYI, WWE do Legend Appreciation Nights generally at house shows. Yeah, but that's bullshit. They should do that on television. I mean, you can drop 90% of your shitty fucking acts and promos. But yeah, the house shows, I just don't think it's all right. That's same as a fucking big indie event. You know what I mean? They get fucking booked on indie events all the time. There was a Hulk Hogan Appreciation Night at MSG a few months ago. Also, you're going up against Paige on the network, and half her brawl keeps popping out, so you might be losing the Monday Night War. No hard feelings. We've lost the Monday Night War to WWE before. I'm interested in what she says because I used to look up to her tremendously, and I think she's just a sellout now. So I wonder what she's going to say. LB Clash of Kings, I heard Cena will be off TV for a while. It's just amazing. I don't wish ill will on people. Some people get really over the top, and some people I don't know about you, but it feels like the internet is too fucking extremes. Like, you got one side that's like, I hope fucking John Cena dies. And then you have another like, you should worship all pro wrestlers. How can you say you think might enter it? Like, they're just like two extremes. I just don't want John Cena on television. You don't need his fucking nose broken. Go be successful at something else. You always tell us how talented you are. Show us. You were in the train wreck. I enjoyed you in the train wreck. You know what? I'm going to say something. I enjoy John Cena movies because I know he's not in the fucking wrestling ring. And same thing with Dave Bautista. I'm a huge fan of Dave Bautista until he steps in that fucking wrestling ring. I want these people who cannot fucking wrestle, who fucking Vince McMahon sucks off, to be successful in something else. Just go. I don't want you to fucking die. I don't want you to break your fucking leg or your nose or anything like that. I just want you to go away. And you're not going to go away unless you're successful at something. So you son of a gun, go be successful. I can see John Cena as a Marvel hero. Why the fuck not? Fucking dude. And I'm going to get a lot of heel heat. But I'm willing to do this for the love of pro wrestling. Don't be the next fucking Wolverine. You know? Wolverine's fucking retiring. Be the next Iron Man. Be the next Captain. I don't give a fuck. Just fucking stop wrestling. Please be successful at something else. Oh, man. All right, moving on. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. LB Clash of King. I heard Cena will be off TV. Oh, we already read that. Rihanna Jackson, the queen of the internet infantry. Thank you so much. According to Wikipedia, it's on Wikipedia, Neville is not 194 pounds. I am wrong. The internet is right. This will not be the first time this happens, but it's a humbling experience. Stutter11 or Stutter11 says WWE marketing department didn't do a good job on researching submission sorority. Yeah. Don't Google that. If you're under 18 or you're one of those guys that like A naked woman offends me. Submission sorority is not a term you should Google. That's an uphill battle. Yep. WWE, strike three, Charlie Brown. They should have Googled it at least once. They're going to be trending for all the wrong reasons. Laugh my ass off. Priceless marketing from WWE there. Now, what in the hell is Heyman ranting saying Taker never beaten Brock? Someone got a broken memory from the early 2000s of you things. Yeah, they always mess that up. I wish someone was there that had pride in writing or had pride. Yeah, because, dude, I mean, it's just they fuck up all the time. And like the first time this has ever happened, I just wish they had pride in what they did. You know, that's why I wish they kept Matt Striker or Joey Styles. It's just it's insane. There has to be, like I always said this, and I even told WWE this. You need a group of fucking nerds that don't write anything and they're just there to make sure you don't fuck up. They do it in Hollywood all the time. There is a guy that has to make sure cigarettes are certain lengths in every scene. There's a guy that has to make sure that the clothes look the same from day to day. I think WWE needs to do that with the writing staff. You know, even if you don't hire them on creative, get like 3 or 4 guys that love the business and love WWE so much that they know this shit. Because it just takes away from it. You know, it really does. Muhammad Faze Danielle says, so Cena versus Rollins at SummerSlam, winner takes all the matches? Yeah, he really got jealous of Ring of Honor. He's like, what? The Ring of Honor? They have a champion with 2 belts? Wait a second. Could be teasing a Sheamus Money in the Bank cash-in just near after SummerSlam or SummerSlam itself. Yeah, it sucks that he's Money in the Bank winner this year. Okay, tough question. Pick your poison, Sonny or John Cena. Like, this is tough. Like, on television, as a friend, as a lover, who I'd hire? I don't know. I mean, there's a part of me that I would say Sunny because she's attractive, but she's older now. You can also help her back from, you know, her hard times. But John Cena, you know, he's going to kiss ass. He's going to be that employee. So, I don't know. Like, pick your poison as what? Like, who I'd hire? Who I'd sleep with? Who, you know, like, all right. I guess, I don't know. I don't really give a shit. I'm going to say Sunny because I can stare at her tits and I can be like, wow, it's a comeback story. So I'm picking Sunny for greedy purposes. Muhammad says, by the way, love the King of Strong Style cap there. You're really a Nakamura geek. Yeah, I love Nakamura, but it's actually my daughter's hat. That's why the brim is flat. Like, according to my daughter, cool people keep the rim flat, and old men do it. But she loves Nakamura. We're a Team Chaos family, but I'm actually more of an Okada fanboy. But yeah, my daughter loves Nakamura, and I like him too. I actually used to not be a big fan of Nakamura for the stupidest fucking reason. Get ready for the dumbest fucking reason not to like a pro wrestler. His fucking tights. Like red leather. Come on, dude. No. A straight man shouldn't wear fucking red leather. But he pulls it off. Same reason I might hate Kevin Nash. Matter of fact, I try not to hate. I save my hate for like a few like select people. You know, I try to have like a 5-person hatred, and I try to even eliminate. Like right now, there's probably like 2 or 3 people I absolutely fucking hate. So I try not to hate too much. But dude, if you're a guy and you wear leather pants, I never say anything because, you know, I wear fucking sweatpants everywhere, so I'm not one to judge someone else's fashion. But I always think, like, what a fucking asshat. Every fucking time. Every time. I've never met a guy, no matter how big, how strong, how cool, that wore leather pants. I was like, you know, that guy's a fucking asshat. Every fucking time. So if you ever meet me and you're wearing leather pants, know that I probably won't say anything rude because I'll be wearing sweatpants and a free not a free pro wrestler shirt. So I'm no fucking runway model, I assure you. So I won't say anything because I don't like to judge people on looks and fashion because mine is so horrible. But I am thinking very loudly, you're an asshat. Dudes do not wear leather pants. There, I said it. You know what? Sometimes you got to take a stand on tough situations. All right, and LB Clash of King. Wow, you must be having a good day today. You're more excited and happy than usual. I haven't slept like in 76 hours. I have a lot of good stuff going on in life right now, and I thought Monday Night Raw was going to be painful, and I was dead tired, and I enjoyed it. I just really enjoyed it. So it hit me. It hit me hard. I just enjoyed it. I needed a good Monday Night Raw today more than ever, and they delivered. So I appreciate that. All right, we'll go back to more live comments in a second. Let's go back to reviewing this. Next, you have the Miz segment. Some people hate the Miz, but I don't mind the Miz at all. And it leads to Owens and Cesaro building and moving their storyline forward. CEO, he's a guy that goes around YouTube, comments a lot, leaves the ratings. He was kind of mad at me because I said last week's Raw sucked. And I believe that. The matches were good, but the booking sucked. Nothing moved. Nothing was advanced last week. This week, this feud has advanced. So I enjoyed it. And not only that, but Cesaro as a good guy, Cesaro finally getting a push. If we got to see John Cena in the main event, they have to throw us one decent match, and this is the decent match. I think it's going to be absolutely awesome, and I hope Cesaro does good. I'll be rooting for him. I just don't know where Kevin Owens goes from here. So, it just seems like, we're going to root. John Cena's a big-ass fucking bully, and you just root for someone and knock him down, and once the bully defeats that guy, you're just like, whatever, dude, he's fucking dead to me. He's going to have to fucking destroy more NXT guys, so it looks like Cesaro was next in Cena's sight. But I enjoyed it. I thought The Miz did a great job. I enjoyed the segment. It leads to Cesaro talking shit, saying walk, Owens walk. It got the fans involved, and people were excited about it. He didn't have to do piped-in crowd noises. And Miz, just the character, he pulled it off really, really well. And The Miz, he starts yelling at Cesaro towards the end of the segment, saying, "No, you got to get him." Owens pushes The Miz from behind or attacks him from behind. They bump, then he attacks Cesaro. Cesaro gets the better end. Either he's about to do the whirly whirl, airplane spin, and he just escapes. And to me, I thought the segment was awesome. And unlike last week, they might have had good matches, but nothing moved forward. Absolutely nothing. This, it's on to Chapter 2. It's on to Chapter 3. It's on the road to SummerSlam. So I know a lot of people got on me for being negative, but I followed up with, what moved forward last week? Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. If you skipped last week's Monday Night Raw, there's nothing you missed. There's absolutely nothing. They didn't move anything forward. So I enjoyed this segment a lot. Next you got Mark Henry versus Rusev. Rusev in a weird place. People are starting to like him. I don't know if Rusev is going to turn face or anything. I really enjoy Mark Henry. I've said this a bunch. If I could book one guy's career over, maybe WWE 2K16 or a video game like that, you can have where you can book just one guy's career and see how it goes. Some simulation type game. I'd love to book Mark Henry's career. I think Mark Henry, if you hide his weaknesses, would have been a star. A lot of people upset because Rusev pretty much fucking squashed him. Rusev beats him pretty handily, and it looks like Rusev's in between fucking face and heel. It's just he's a bad guy, but we fucking love him. And not only that, but I think a week or 2 weeks ago, he had such an amazing match. So there you go. Next, you have Stardust. He mocks the Arrow, and I feel guilty about this. I enjoyed these segments. I enjoyed this feud, and I think at the end of the day, at SummerSlam, I think this is where the feud is going to cap off. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing or the worst thing ever. And I'm along for the ride. I enjoy the Arrow. I enjoy Stardust when he's not fucking tweeting like a bitch. So overall, I enjoy this. But do I know this could turn into a huge train wreck? Oh, fuck yeah. But I already bought my tickets. I'm on board. Choo-choo! I'm on board the Arrow fucking Stardust Express. And if they're If it's a train wreck, it's a train wreck. But I'm very interested in it. So what do you guys feel about it? I don't know if you're as big of an Arrow fan. You guys enjoying this? I guess will be our first question to try to get some interaction between us. Next, you had King Barrett versus Zack Ryder in another really short match. Zack Ryder did get in some offense. They talked about the internet title. I became delusional because King Barrett is our internet champion. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm being delusional. WWE is watching me. Oh, I should buy a suit and tie. No, I'm just kidding. But overall, I really enjoyed the match. And Zack Ryder is just a sad, sad story. And I root for Zack Ryder just because someone has to. Zack Ryder's getting beat up in life. King Barrett wins handily, and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this segment. It's a really short match, but it helps King Barrett and Zack Ryder got on television, so it's win-win for me. Next, Brock Lesnar comes out, and Paul Heyman he can talk anyone into the building. He just cuts a good fucking promo. I love Paul Heyman more than a straight man should. I had no interest in this match. I know it sells itself, and I know there's fans out there, but to me, I'm just like, whatever, dude. Brock Lesnar, fucking Undertaker. It is what it is. But after Paul Heyman, I was fucking excited as shit, dude. I just enjoyed it. He just did. And none of that, but he's really good at covering stuff up. It's like, here's a quote that B tweeted out. It's the match too big for WrestleMania. Undertaker, I guarantee you're going to Suplex City. And, it was just an amazing promo. And it was the same stick, but it was just done a little bit different. And, yeah, I'm really excited about the feud and see where it goes. I don't know how the match is going to be. I mean, Undertaker is old. Breaking news. Undertaker is very old, so I'm not really sure how the match goes. All right, let's go to some live comments real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Bullet Club Big says, Bullet Club Big says, them tight leather pants threw me off. Red leather pants threw me off about Swagamora too, and that's somewhat odd behavior. I don't care how you act. I don't even care if you like men, women. I don't care. I don't care about any of that. I really am open-minded, except when it comes to leather pants. That's where I draw the line. Like, hey, everyone should get married. Everyone should, live happily ever after. I'm hippie as the next guy, like, hey, fuck yeah. I just, no. But no, you should not wear leather pants. Like, I think we, as the straight evil man, I think we should put that in the contract somewhere. Like, no, you should get married. You should be able to adopt. You should have all the rights. That's fucking insane that you don't. You should have all. But straight guys and gay guys are going across the board. Men just can't wear leather pants. I mean, I think that's fair. I mean, there's straight guys that wear leather pants. But yeah, let's see. He says the jizz, but I imagine he meant the Miz. The Miz is annoying, but I'm glad to see WWE pushing Cesaro, possibly too late. Why didn't they capitalize when he left the Real Americans won the Battle Royal trophy is beyond me. That's what WWE, lack of logic I don't like. It's just that it's ass-kissing fest, dude. He didn't kiss enough ass, and, I always say this. You know who the heels are? The real fans. Fans are the heels. Think about it. You can go on another podcast. Go ahead. It's okay. You can leave. They're going to call you an idiot. They're going to say they're smart. They're going to call you stupid. And they're like, stupid fans. They don't know fucking shit. And then they'll tag you in a terrorist group like IWC, YWC, Marks. They're going to tag you with some fucking name and be like, oh, we're so smart. It's ridiculous. And fans that fucking go beyond that shit, it's like, no, I'm a pro wrestling fan. They're the real fucking heels. They're the real heels. I'm more a fan of Gotham, not much of an Arrow fan. I haven't watched Gotham yet. I don't watch much television. Boom Boom got me into the Arrow. I watched Arrow, Flash, and a couple animated shows. And if it's not sports, I don't really watch it. There's so much great television that I'm missing. On Koco Plays, my Let's Play channel, later, a show that I'm going to do is my top 10 TV shows. But I'm actually kind kind of bad because every time someone brags about a show, I'm like, never seen it, never seen it, never seen it. I don't watch much television, but I need to. All right, boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Andy Papp says Cena's actually funny. You know, I've seen him be funny before, and it just makes me hate him more. Because why ain't he funny in fucking real life? Why ain't he funny in the television show? When he's outside of WWE, and Batista's going to be the next James Bond movie. Oh, Batista, that's awesome. So that's less time for wrestling. What do you have against leather pants, Dave? That's from Fred Yelly. I don't know. They bugged the fucking living shit out of me. Like, I'm a fucking old dude, so you know, like dudes and women kissing used to fucking freak people out in the 80s and 90s. That shit never bothered me. There's not much that bothers me. A dude wearing leather pants bothers me. Maybe I'm not strong enough in my own sexuality. I don't know. I haven't broke down why it bothers me, but it bothers me. Like, I'm like if it was me, Franielli, and Andy Paps, and Andy Paps walks in with leather pants, I'm going to Franielli and be like, no, why is he wearing leather pants? It's kind of fucked up. I think we should leave. I don't want to be friends with him anymore. So, I don't know. It's a fucking something that bothered me. I apologize for leather pants wearing guys. Maybe that's why I'm getting so many thumbs down. Or maybe my podcast is just horrible. You know, someone's definitely angry about this. They're like, what the hell? Wear leather pants. All right, let's refresh YouTube comments and see what we got going. 20-3, not too bad, not too bad. Losing subscribers, though. That's what happens when we always do an MMA show. An MMA show, we get like tons of subscribers. We're like, what the fuck? You also talk wrestling? And then we lose those subscribers. Ah, well, maybe I have to do separate MMA thing. All right, bam. Bam. All right, let's see. Those ain't spam comments. No, sir. YouTube loves hitting up spam comments that are not spam comments. All right, let's see. Shallow Wolf says, thank you, Rollins, for getting rid of Cena and having a great match with Neville. Rest in peace, Roddy Piper. What else? The rest of the show was recycled garbage, except the titties oatmeal just being there. Titty oatmeal get me every time. 4 out of 10 equals 40%. Where I come from, 40% is a failure. You didn't like the Cesaro thing? I thought the Cesaro thing was really good. I know you're a little negative, but yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it. The J-Rock Freak says, I thought it was a solid Raw. Tonight was the first time I enjoyed a Seth or Neville match. I think because I never saw either guy in the Indies. I usually watch the matches as just two WWE guys wrestling, but tonight I watched the match as two really good indie guys going at it, if that makes any sense. No, it does. It does. Same thing, Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. Joe O'Hara, did you notice WWE had to keep showing Austin and Piper being friends? Oh, yeah, I didn't notice that. I wonder if Austin's going to mention anything on his podcast about that. It's got to be shitty. You get into a big feud and being a bitch, and then the guy passes away. That's just a shitty situation. And who knows? I'm hoping. I mean, best case scenario, they were trying to work the audience, but it doesn't make sense. But yeah, that's just shitty. Google screwed up YouTube. What up, Coco? Sorry I'm late, but I was too busy being awesome, handsome, and smelling like pineapples. No problem. Despite the Roddy Piper tributes, Raw was still a loss for me. Boring authority promo, multi-man main event, and useless diva matches. All right, well, I don't know, because you got the Charlotte winning was good. But yeah. Carlos Saldana says, hey, everybody, fuck Raw. Let's keep watching the G1. Yeah, hopefully. Let me tell you, can I be real for a second? Is that what you kids say? Can I keep it real? I review the G1s and I review Monday Night Raw, and everyone that comes on Monday Night Raw and leaves comments be like, you should do more New Japan stuff. So you know what? I'm going to try to do? I'm going to try to review every day of the G1. And some of those shows, 0 fucking views compared to to the WWE videos. I'm starting to think there might be some New Japan posers among us. But no, I know the Monday Night Raw is number one in a lot of people's viewership. But, show the alternative some love. Show the alternative some love. But yeah, the G1 is tonight, and it's going to be really exciting. With the exception matches featuring Yano, lower back fails. Nice. I mean, bad luck, fail, chair. I mean, fail, LOL. Yeah. And Doc Gallows had some shitters, too. LB Clash of Kings, do you think wrestling business will change and get rid of predetermined booking and it will be the best athletes will win the match on who's better talent alone? They had talks about this back in the day with Ken Shamrock and all that they were going to have it where, Kurt Angle, they were going to have shoot. It's going to be pro wrestling rules, but shoot style. But, you could thank Butterbean for canceling that. Butterbean really shit on that parade. And, I don't know. The problem is I love MMA, I love amateur wrestling, I love pro wrestling, but it's three different things. I think maybe if you had a shoot title, that would be awesome. But, the reason why WWE didn't do that is because stars can lose, and Butterbean can knock your fucking Bart gun out in fucking seconds. But I don't know. I would just like it where, and I've said this a million times, maybe I gotta get on a t-shirt, where the best wrestler who connects with the crowd, heel or face, gets a push and becomes champion. No backstage stuff, no kissing ass, nothing. Like, talent alone. Hollywood can do it, why can't you? It's insane. It's insane. And those, a lot of wrestling fans are like, oh, I can't wait to get to the back. And, dude, once you're there, you're going to be sadly depressed because they're just ass-kissing bastards. That's all they are. It's ridiculous. And the worst part is, it's a company that's ran like that where that's successful. So why have a 5-star match when you can fucking have coffee with Vince? Why have a 5-star match when you can fucking flirt with Stephanie McMahon? Why have a 5-star match when you can work out with Triple H? Once you have that environment, and hopefully Triple H gets rid of that when he's in charge, but I don't know. Google screwed up YouTube. Oh, and the reason other reviewers don't get as many viewers because you do them at weird times due to timing. So that's true. That is true. We all know your Raw show will happen in a few minutes. Raw goes off the air. I'm for a big fan of your G1 review since I can't watch, and that's very true. That's on me, and it's just real life. I apologize. I wish I made more money being free time, I guess, so that I could do it right afterwards every time. But it's really hard just because I have 87 fucking kids and I have 97 businesses. Those numbers are over exaggerated, but it feels that way. And I have books and stuff. So yeah, that's a great point. Google screwed up YouTube, and that's on me. Carlos Saldana says, hey Dave, if you pay me a 20 Barry Horowitz, I'll do a review for PWG shows. LOL. Sure, have you done reviews yourself? I mean, we'll see. We might think about expanding the channel, and we do have a secret project, and we have these ideas, but a lot of times on YouTube, once you bring on a team of people, sometimes it fails. But hey, let's fail together. I do have a secret project, but I'm having a hard time getting a logo I really like. And I'm hoping to launch the secret project in September, and it'll be more of a community, more of a thing. And it's a business strategy that's failed a million times. But you know what, Internet Infantry? If anyone can fail 1,000,001 times, why not be us? Hopefully we can change that. But yeah, we're hoping to do a community type of project very shortly. I just need a decent logo. There's so either the logos we have suck, or the people are like, I'll do you a decent logo if you pay me $900 billion. I'm like, the project has made zero money. Like, we don't care. Like, all right. I don't know. I don't know. I can deal with writers. I can deal with pro wrestlers. I can deal with a lot of fucking people, like angry people. In the military infantry, I can deal with people that wanted us killed. I can deal with a lot. There's two types of people I can't deal with. I'm really bad with dealing with artists, and I've made businesses in Russia, China, Japan, South Africa, North America. I've made businesses all over the world, and I can deal with a lot of different shit. Dude, artists are such pain in the asses, and so are ring announcers. Like, I like talk to them, and I just get angry. I fucking do. Ring announcers are assholes. LB Clash of King says, oh, hell no, Cena better stay away from my favorite movie franchise, the X-Men. Oh, I knew I was going to get some heat for that one. or that will be a torture for me. You can do some movies with Kevin Nash and Channing Tatum instead. All right, well, there you go. I don't know. What if you had to sacrifice a hero, Marvel or DC, you had to sacrifice a big-time hero so that he could be a star, who would you let John Cena be so that you never have to see him wrestle again? Like he could be, Wolverine. I'm thinking I would sacrifice Captain America. I would. I'm a Marvel guy, and I'm like, hey, let's throw Captain America under the bus. I'm willing to sacrifice Captain America so that John Cena never. And I love Marvel comics, and I'm even a big fan of Captain America. But you know what? So I guess that's the crazy geeky question of the night. What superhero that you like and respect? Don't be like, oh, I'm gonna fucking give him Puck. No, just fucking Puck's in the movie would be amazing though. 10 points if you know who the fuck Puck is. I'm such a fucking nerd. I'm pretty sure no one knows who Puck is. I'm gonna be so happy if you know who Puck is. But yeah, who would you be willing to sacrifice? Someone in the Marvel or DC universe where he would be the hero and you never have to watch him wrestle again. I'm willing to sacrifice at least a Captain America. I mean, I think he'd be perfect for the role. And of course, he wouldn't be as good as the Captain America we have now, but we're sacrificing. We're sacrificing the comic book universe so that WWE can do better. So, yeah, crazy question of the night. Carlos Sandeno says WWE is really trying to fuck over with ROH doing a winner-takes-all match. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, yeah. Stutter 1-1, the 2 squash matches tonight. Why bother have them at all? Well, you have to get the King of the Ring to bounce back, and Rusev has to go on winning ways. I think squash matches help heels bounce back. I mean, the King of the Ring, he's been losing to everyone, so you have to put him on television. He has to get a win. And the same thing with Rusev. I'm not anti-squash matches. I'm really not. I mean, I prefer not to have them, but I see they serve a purpose. And tonight, I thought if you are going to have squash matches, it serves a purpose. Because, you can't be King of the Ring and brag about it and never fucking win. I mean, it sucks. I would love to see Mark Henry and Rusev have a better match. And, yeah. And let's see. And why not have Sandow come out and feud with either Barrett or Rusev and give him a bit of airtime? Pointless having Ryder out there. He's done and dusted. Yeah, I could see that. And why in the hell would you make Mark Henry look so weak? I was ready to go lynch Vince for that and Heyman comments. He will piss people off. Yeah, I don't know why that. All right, I'm going to come back to read some more comments, but let's go back to Breaking Monday Night Raw down. There's always a battle. Like, read more comments, review shows. I'm trying to get a nice little balance. All right, next you got Paige versus Naomi. I think 2 of the better divas. I thought Paige was a bit of a bust. I'm interested in what she's saying on the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast. But I enjoyed this. Paige does get the win. She puts the PTO in. And I figured she was going to win. They were advertising her to be on Stone Cold tonight. And it's really interesting. And I hope the world gets to know about her. Because I think the more you get to know about Paige, the more you're going to be disappointed in her. She was wrestling when she was a teenager. Her mom is one of the best female wrestlers of all time. And she was just so much hope. Yeah, I know a lot of Paige defenders say, well, she gets better and better opponents. We'll see more of that. And 2 weeks in a row, she's had good matches. I'm not ready to eat crow yet, but I'm warming it up. Like, I'm putting the crow in the microwave, and I'll admit, if Paige has a couple more good matches, I'll admit I was wrong. And I want to be wrong. That's one thing when you go on, you're like, man, Paige was awesome on the Indies. Paige was awesome in FCW/NXT, the developmental. And then you're like, well, Paige is kind of a bust in WWE. It's one of those things when you've been watching her for so long, you want her to do good. So, like, even though I'm warming up the crow and I'm not ready to eat it yet, that's a crow I don't mind eating. If Paige shows her full potential, that'd be great. It just seems like she was too nervous against AJ Lee and never bounced back and then decided, you know what? Kissing ass and being a fucking whore is way easier than being a women's wrestler. So hopefully she's focused on being a women's wrestler again. And, I got the crow in the microwave. I'm ready to eat it, but just not quite yet. I know there's a lot of Paige defenders out there, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but she's the Tim Tebow of the women's division. I love Tim Tebow. What could have been? What could have been? All right, boom, boom, boom. Then they played, and you got to see this. If there's one thing you see tonight, then they played the Roddy Piper. They had like a little video clip of Roddy Piper. I think it's on YouTube already. I think I might have tweeted it out. WWE tweeted it out, so go check it out. I'm stealing a line from Ready to Rumble, but stupid WWE allergies. It was really touching and really awesome. And I don't know. I think if you're only going to watch one thing, watch that. It was done really, really well. And it was just sad. But you get to see some of the best things Piper has done. You got to hear people talk about him. So I'll throw WWE under the bus every chance I get. But you have to give them props when they do something classy. You got to call it right down the middle, Bill Alfonso style. All right, boom, 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 ba-dum. And oh shit, we're already into the main event. There wasn't something in between. There was the promos. Bray Wyatt proudly presents not Bray Wyatt proudly presents Wrestling Ranted. Go check out his show. He'll probably be doing a Raw review show. It's 10 things, and might probably also recap Paige on the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast. But Wrestling Ranted proudly presents Bray Wyatt. I like Bray Wyatt. I think the fact that he has one more member of the Wyatt family, it's just like the reboot began. Hopefully they can get 3 Wyatts again. I think when the Shield broke up, all 3 of them were successful. I think when the Wyatt family broke up, they were just fucking lost in the sauce. So let's reboot that, baby. We can reboot Spider-Man every fucking third Thursday of the month. We can reboot the Wyatt family. But I'm actually, first time in a long time, I'm excited for the Wyatts. And then they also had a Shield one, and they were all wearing hot rod things. They were talking, and they cut a really good promo. But then Randy Orton showed up, and he's like, and they just give him a look like, who the fuck is this guy? Get the fuck out of here. But they're all friends. This match, maybe one of the weakest match of the night. It started off really weak. The ending was really good. They really picked it up towards the finish, but it was a bit of a weak match for a main event. And not only that, but it was Reigns, Ambrose, and Orton versus Wyatt, Harper, and Sheamus. It just dropped Orton and Sheamus, and fucking we're having a party, baby. It's like having a 3-way, and it's you, your beautiful loved one, and fucking some fucking, I don't know, horrible human being, like just disgusting. It's just no. Orton, Sheamus, just fucking go away. No one gives a fuck. All right? Breaking news, trending on Twitter. # no one gives a fuck. This would have been a million times better if it was just 2 Shield members versus 2 Wyatt family members, but Orton and Sheamus were there to fuck shit up. Well, at least there was no John Cena. But overall, I enjoyed Monday Night Raw. I thought the main event was weak. But you know what? I'm a momentum type guy. I really am. And if the show starts off shitty and it's on a shitty roll, good stuff, I start getting angry. Like, that's just my personality. But, when you start off the show good and you have a bunch of good stuff, if there's some bad stuff snuck in between, I can kind of look the other way on it. And I'm a very momentum type human being. It's just, I believe, that you can overlook stuff when an overall show was good. And I think that's what this show was. Where, I think last week was the opposite. They had good stuff, but there was so much bad shit that you're just like, fuck the good stuff. So hopefully this is a trend and Monday Night Raw will be good. I know some people are mad at me. I can see they're sending me secret messages like I sold out. Trust me, I'm not selling out. All right. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Bartman! All right, let's go to comments. The review section is over. Overall, I give it a win. Now, for the rest of the night, it will be live comments. And how long we go just depends on you guys. Or when I get cranky and say I'm hungry. Whatever happens first. All right, let's break this down. Bullet Club Biggs, the verbal assassin on Google Plus says the leather pants really don't bother me that much. And now Yusuke Santa Marie from Dragon Gate, that's a totally different story. All right, so there you go. And I totally slaughtered that guy's name. At AC Rims 24 goes on Twitter. At AC Rims 24. At KocoSports. That's weird. YouTube will not let me comment on it since you don't like leather pants. Then you didn't like the Terminator. You know what? I kid you not. I love the Terminator. I'm one of those guys. I'm ready to get some more heel heat. Unpopular opinions. I'm one of those guys that didn't like Terminator 2. I thought Terminator 1 and 3 were amazing. I thought Terminator 2 was like, oh, wow. Yeah, you have special effects. I didn't enjoy Terminator 2. But, yeah, even a Terminator, which was amazing, groundbreaking. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I thought it was a joke. Like, Terminator's wearing leather pants because, you know, that's the first guy he robbed. I can't wait till he puts on real pants. He is not going to put on real pants. That fucking robot loves his goddamn leather pants. I'm anti-leather pants. If I see John Cena in leather pants, it might be the death of me. Let's see. Had a bad friend Yelly on Facebook says, I love how there's actually good Monday Night Raw, and we're debating leather pants. Had a bad experience with leather pants? I see why you dislike Taker then. I do dislike Taker. Maybe that's it. Maybe, you know, I would sacrifice Superman. It wouldn't be a sacrifice at all, though. WWE has groomed Cena to the industry's Superman. So there you go. Franielli willing to sacrifice Superman so that John Cena never comes back to WWE. And Andy Paps is laughing about something and thanks me. You're welcome, Andy Paps. Much love. Let's see. Carlos says, I saw that video you posted on KocoSports.net of Yushin Liger trying to pin New Japan wrestlers on the dojo. I couldn't stop laughing about it. Oh my God, Tanahashi kicked out at one on his sleep, and Homa takes the pin even when he's awake. What the fuck? Well, yeah, but Homa was naked. But yeah, everyone was busting balls on Tanahashi because he was dead asleep and kicks out at one. It was a comedy gimmick. You can probably find it on YouTube or on Twitter, where Japanese love playing pranks on each other on the shows. So Liger got all dressed up with a referee, and he got before he got dressed up, they go out and they party and get drunk and have a big meal and get really sleepy. Then they go back to the hotel. And by the way, New Japan, you need some better goddamn hotels for your athletes. I was like, oh, man, that's an embarrassment. Jesus Christ, the KocoSports staff stays at better hotels than New Japan. But they go back to this hotel, and he gets dressed up in his Liger gear and gets a referee, and then just goes from door to door. I think he gets Maccabee and all that, and tries to pin people. And everyone, even if they're in your sleep, counts the two, except Tanahashi. Tanahashi dead asleep. He's like, one. So no fucking way. I'm not putting Liger over, and people were busting their balls about it. And then they got Homa, and Homa was asleep, but he was balls naked, so just took the pin. And yeah, so it's really entertaining and funny. Google screwed up YouTube. You are 125% right about dudes in leather pants. LOL. Was there another wrestler that you hated because of their look, but later became a fan? Yeah, there's a lot, actually. And a lot of times it's because I don't see the hype, and it's worse. I like Nakamura. The leather pants thing threw me off. I get some heel heat. But the Young Bucks, I didn't understand why people love the Young Bucks. And NXT, how you doing? Those guys I didn't like at first, and they grew on me. I'm trying to think of, like, yeah, those are the three most recent. There's probably been others where I'm just like, oh, fuck that guy. But sometimes they grow on me. On the Indies, there was one. On the Indies, there was two, actually, because I used to run my own promotion, and there was three wrestlers that I was like, oh, they're so fucking overrated. I wouldn't fucking book them. I don't understand why people love them. And then slowly but surely, I liked them. One of them was the Heartbreak Express. I thought the Heartbreak Express were shitbags. Like, people would be like, oh, we can get the Heartbreak Express for your event. I'm like, I'm good. I did not enjoy the Heartbreak Express. Matter of fact, the first time Sal from WWN, The first time, and those that don't know, the Heartbreak Express worked for FIP and Ring of Honor. They're a Florida tag team, old school comedy. One's big and fat, one's skinny, and they're supposed to be sexy. And the first time Sal of WWN saw the Heartbreak Express, which was a huge tag team in his company, I was with them, and we just checked it out. It was in the middle of nowhere. I think it was called Joe Bob's. It was a really small arena. No, it was a small bar. Then it became a small arena in Zephyr Hills. And I remember just sitting there watching it with them, and I fucking threw him under the bus. I was like, dude, you ain't going to make money with these fucking idiots. And Sal and them proved me wrong. And when time went by, I was like, oh, man, no. I was fucking wrong. They're talented. It happens. I mean, people change their minds and people think differently of it. And another one is, I'm going to get real fucking heel heat from the Florida crowd and probably the really, really indie fans. I thought Eric Stevens was a huge fucking overrated piece of shit. Like, I remember people like, you want to book Eric Stevens? He's fucking amazing. I'm like, nah, I'm good. And I was wrong. Eric Stevens became amazing. Like, some things I called, like Roger Strong being awesome. Some things, it's just obvious. But, and out of that, but Eric Stevens, I wish he was still wrestling. He improved so much. He was like a fat little chubby kid when he first started, and then he became like a man's fucking man. But yeah, sometimes you're wrong, and people change your minds. It's about being open-minded. I know, like, a lot of blowhards on YouTube are like, I fucking say this, and I fucking stick by it. But, it's just an opinion, and sometimes you're wrong. Even when it's your job to recruit talent, sometimes you're wrong. And those were two that I was wrong with. Because, like, I had a chance to probably book them, and I just passed. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'll pass on the Heartbreak Express. I'll pass on Eric Stevens. And I was wrong for that. So, yeah, it happens in the business, and it happens, outside the business as a fan. So, yeah, I have done this before. And also, sometimes people improve. Sometimes people get worse. Like Sheamus and Paige, I thought were a million times better on the indies. I'm trying to think who else. And sometimes it's booking, sometimes it's promo. There's a lot of factors that go into it. But yeah, I've seen people that I'm like, I don't like them, and then eventually, oh, okay, I enjoy them. And sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes I'm like, man, that guy's fucking awesome, and I'm like, fuck that guy. It's just things change, man, and you got to keep an open mind and go with it. But yeah, I've done that. Like, and I know I'm going to get heel heat for the list of people I mentioned because they're tremendously talented at what they do. So sometimes you're wrong. Not enough people do that. Like, if I got to interview Vince Russo or Vince McMahon, one thing I would interview, because no one ever asked these questions, Vince Russo, especially Vince Russo. I don't know about McMahon. He doesn't really do an interview. Well, no, McMahon was kind of humble in the Stone Cold thing. But Vince Russo is so much into defending himself that, like, I would just be like, what is one thing you thought you messed up on? Because I wonder if he's delusional or he's just got his back to the wall and feels like he has to defend himself at all times. If he says, no, there's nothing I fucking regret, then he's just a delusional fucking asshole. But if he's like, oh, no, I do regret this, I do regret that, I think it would be a different way to interview Vince Russo. Because a lot of times people try to get him with the gotcha questions, and he's a New York guy, and he's used to the gotcha questions, and he'll try to turn it on you, and he'll put up that wall of denial. But, like, come at him with a different approach. Be like, what do you think is your worst mistake? I don't know if anyone's ever asked Vince Russo that, and if he's ever given an honest answer, but I would like to see that. Carlos says, we root for Zack Ryder, so you don't have to laugh my ass off. Get it? Yeah, I get it. The J-Rock Freak. I skipped the Heyman segment. Personally, I don't enjoy his promos as much anymore. Yeah, he usually gets stuck saying the same thing over and over, but I thought this one he added stuff to it. I really did. I think this was one of his better ones. And even though, if you, I don't know, it's the same promo. It's just, he painted the car. It's the same car he's driving, but it's a new paint job. So you're like, oh, okay. And it got me pumped up. But I'm a huge Paul Heyman fanboy. LB Clash of Kings. I'm turning off WWE permanently if Cena breaks Ric Flair's record, which I know WWE is going to make it happen. And I'll be officially done with WWE if I hear WWE call Cena the greatest world champion because the most world title reigns at 17 or more reigns, to me, that's my final straw with the company, because I think only people who deserve to break Ric Flair's record is somebody who overall, who is over and with every demographic. Yeah, organically. I agree with that. I think you're going to be heartbroken. I think they are going to break his record. I think they want to make John Cena the thing. But the thing is, I think it's all. The problem with John Cena is I think it's all for the wrong reasons. Like when Nikki Bella breaks AJ Lee's record, it's all for the wrong reasons, and no one's going to respect her. The same thing with Randy Orton. Love or hate him, they're like, oh, he's the youngest champion ever. Yeah, because Brock Lesnar walked. He would have been the champion if Brock Lesnar didn't walk. And the same thing with John Cena. Stephanie McMahon, that was her first big project. She handpicked him, and Vince McMahon and Stephanie McMahon wanted to prove that they're not wrong. And that's a shitty way of breaking a record. Ric Flair didn't prove the fans wrong. Hulk Hogan, love him or hate him, he's having hard times. Love him or hate him, he fucking, he wasn't given stuff because of the fans. Like, he wouldn't be like, oh, I want to prove the fans wrong. I want to prove the critics wrong. I think that's a shitty way to go about running a business that means so much to so many people. Also, I have this, LB Clash game goes on. Also, I have this strange feeling WWE is planning or having a Cena be 17-time champion just to set up Roman Reigns beating Cena's record. And how much you want to bet WWE you're going to have Roman win a bunch of world titles in shorter time span than Cena just to set up Cena versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40 or 50. That's a possibility. And, yeah, I don't know. I just hope when Roman Reigns breaks the record, or if this scenario plays out, that he's earned it. I think Roman Reigns is really close to being a good pro wrestler or really close to being a marketing tool. And some people can do it both. Stone Cold, I believe, he knows a brawling style. The Rock. Hulk Hogan to some extent. I can't put him up there with that. But there's people that they held their own. Bret Hart. Bret Hart was a marketing tool, but he put on good matches. WWE is always going to have their marketing tool because they think stars are more important than the brand. In the UFC, NFL, every fucking person ever proves that wrong. But WWE made a lot of money with one play. And they're sticking to that one play till someone walks away. All right, let me refresh some of these. Boom, boom, boom. I am not a good-looking man. I just realized that by looking at Google+. Bullet Club Big says the verbal assassin. I think WWE is on some gangster shit trying to snuff out ROH. And the sad thing is Sinclair Broadcasting won't fight back. Oh, no, they're fucking cheap, lazy assholes. They're the cheapest. They just bought Ring of Honor as another part of their portfolio. No, I don't think it's just another part of their portfolio. I think they saw it as, this is cheap and it could get us ratings. I think that's how they saw it. I don't think they saw it as compete with WWE. I don't think it was to bring Ring of Honor to the next level. I think it's people like this do enough. Can we get enough people to like it without putting money into it? That's their MO. That's what they do. Let's see. Twitter. Boom, boom, boom. All right. The Monday Night Raw results are up at KocoSports.net. Thank you, Jerry. Also, I'm thanking people. I want to thank Geek Essentials. They're always awesome at streamings. Wrestling Rantin, LK Wrestling Reviews. Please support those that support us. And if you can, put a comment on KocoSports.net telling Jerry not to suck. Jerry runs the day-to-day operations at KocoSports.net. And sometimes he sucks, and it breaks my heart. All right. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, we're 24-2. Not too bad. I think we lost a dislike. Woo, we won someone over, baby. We won someone over. All right, that's good. Let's see. Where are we at? Oh, man, you guys left a lot of comments. Much love. I appreciate it. LB Clash of Kings says, I'm going to watch either New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 show or TNA or Lucha Underground after the show. I don't know which one I should watch first. I might instead just watch all three in marathon tomorrow. Yeah, if you have access to it. Me, that's tough. Yeah, just watch what you want, man. I definitely would watch G1. I mean, because the tournament's going on right now. Lucha Underground, maybe watch the 2 hour finale.